Today, for the Bitcoin price, the probably biggest and most explosive move of the year is coming up in October. There are three simple signals pointing towards that fact. First and foremost, the upcoming death cross here on the daily, which might be a false but nevertheless very explosive signal for the Bitcoin price. Also, these two moving averages where no one is looking at are also about to cross over, and the last two times here in April they crossed over, that was an extremely bullish signal, and here in November where they crossed over, that was an extremely bearish signal. So this is also going to happen very soon. We will talk about that, and also the most important fact in the end, this statistic here where everyone is actually looking at right now on YouTube and everywhere, was covered a lot of times so far, but we will tell you exactly what very important fact was missed so far. We will take all of that and bring it into perfect alignment with what is going on here on the charts on the Bitcoin price, and tell you exactly how we are planning to handle that situation, and also exactly what possible direction this breakout is going to have. If you think that sounds interesting, guys, make sure you take a seat. Make sure you smash up the like button right now. And that being said, welcome crypto friends and welcome back to MMCrypto. My name is Chris, and as always, guys, we are really pumped to go straight into the content. Let's start with the first fact, and the first fact is that probably in October we will have a new death cross here on the daily. If nothing changes, we will see a death cross within the next 14 to 20 days, and that will be potentially in October. Many people will say a death cross on the daily is very bad, but probably also, as you have seen before, also Alessio Rastani has talked about that, that might not be a very bearish signal, because also, as we said it a few months ago, on the daily, only on the 3-day, the death cross is very bearish. But on the daily, the death cross usually, if this one here is horizontal, can serve as a false signal, and afterwards the price can still go up. So this is not very bearish at all. If we see a death cross here on the daily, that might be a signal for a false signal and for a huge Bitcoin price recovery thereafter. Only on the 3-day, which we are actually using, this will be a very bearish signal. But we are still weeks, if not months away from that, and the Bitcoin price has to retrace much further for that to happen, and we do not see that coming so far. So on the daily, this death cross might be a false signal, and right afterwards, just as it also happened a lot of times before, but especially here in 2015, after this death cross right here, we saw a huge recovery immediately thereafter. In fact, the death cross was also marking the temporary low, the local low right here, and afterwards the Bitcoin price was off to the races. But this is only the first fact. As you know, in crypto TA, you cannot use only one indicator. There is a second one. And the second one is here actually saying that the 111 and 128 day moving average, and here courtesy to Philip Swift, who was pointing that out, are also about to cross over right here, as you can see that, and this might happen within the next few days. The last two times that happened, right here in April 2019, just a few months ago, we saw a huge explosive movement to the upside. But guys, there is a little catch. If we go back a little bit more, here in November 2018, we saw them bearish crossing over, and afterwards we saw that huge massive move to the downside. So now the question, of course, everyone is asking is, will that be a bullish or a bearish death cross? Philip Swift here is saying, time to pay attention on the 111 and 128 day moving average. Actually, also moving averages we have covered before on our channel. And he is saying when these two moving averages cross, it causes a significant directional market move, as seen here the last two times they crossed. Also, by the way, guys, stay here for this update. You have heard about that before, most probably, but what we have to share here, especially in combination with the UTXO, is mind-blowing. First of all, he is saying they are about to cross again. What he is saying, during the bull markets, typically in a bull market, and we want to consider that a bull market where we are in right now, probably some people are already disagreeing with that, when they cross, the directional move is bullish. But funding rates and other tools can also offer clues as of the direction. So if we are going into the bull market right here, you can see that each and every time they crossed, actually the direction was bullish, no matter if it was a death cross or a golden cross. So this is a little bit more pointing towards the bullish side, but we want to stay realistic right here, because if we are going back in November, that was a bear market, the situation was different. Afterwards, the explosive move was heavily pointing towards the downside. So right now we are not opening a trade, but we will tell you exactly how we are planning to solve that situation. There is another third, indicator signal statistic pointing towards the clear direction. And we want to talk about that because this statistic was actually covered a lot within the last few days. And this statistic is actually showing the amount of addresses which are holding more than 1,000 Bitcoin on one address. So it is something like a whale statistic. And as you can see, we already had 1, 2, 3, 4 significant accumulation days, or like periods, where whales went into the marketplace and were stacking up Bitcoin. The first one right here is actually insignificant, and we will tell you exactly why. Because the first one might be some consolidation due to the Bitcoin SV fork. So probably people here, right here, in this huge move to the upside of the Bitcoin addresses holding more than 1,000 Bitcoin, was probably due to the fact that right here we were just close before the Bitcoin SV move. So probably the people have been here only accumulating because they wanted to consolidate their Bitcoin, want to claim their Bitcoin SV, and want to dump it thereafter, most probably. So this is also exactly what happened. Some people might say, oh, there was a huge accumulation and afterwards a move to the downside. So this might be a contrarian indicator. No, that was probably only consolidation due to the Bitcoin SV fork. So if we take that out, we have this accumulation right here, this whale accumulation, and also this whale accumulation right here. And usually what happens after whales accumulate Bitcoin is, of course, an explosive move. So here the first whale accumulation was in perfect alignment with the low we have seen, with the bear market low of $3,150. The second whale accumulation right here was just before the golden cross in April, and also just before we had that huge massive pump on the 1st of April. Right afterwards, these whales were actually dumping on us while the price was going up. And right now, why the price was here going down again and was falling so heavily during that very bearish period. You remember it just a few weeks ago, where the price was dumping from 10,000 down to 8,000. In that exact moment, 200 addresses, approximately 150 addresses, have accumulated additionally more than 1,000 Bitcoin. This is at least 150,000 Bitcoin, approximately, maybe even 200, 300,000 Bitcoin, which were accumulated during that point of time. So this is a very bullish move, actually, because whales tend to accumulate just before we have a massive move to the upside for Bitcoin, just as we were able to see it right here and right here. So this exact thing happened right there. But one important thing was being missed out from everyone right now, and this is the UTXO realized price distribution. This one actually pulls data from the Bitcoin blockchain and shows you whenever Bitcoin are moved on the Bitcoin blockchain. So you probably know the VPVR, the volume per volume range from the exchanges, which is showing the volume on the exchanges. This one here is showing the volume on the Bitcoin blockchain. And I will just put my face away right here so you can see it better. And this statistic is actually showing us that within this period here, between $6,200 and $7,000, and also within this period here, between $5,000 and $5,600, there were significant moves of Bitcoin on the Bitcoin blockchain. So this one is only showing you the addresses of more than 1,000 Bitcoin, but this one is also showing you the overall volume on the Bitcoin blockchain. So the overall accumulation on the Bitcoin blockchain right here in this area, and also right here in this area. And the most important thing to consider right here is that here we can also see whales with 500, 600 Bitcoin, but also we can see the overall volume of people maybe moving 100,000, 200,000 Bitcoin at a time in OTC transactions. So this is the real whale statistic we have to keep an eye on right now. And just remember 5,200, 5,400, and also the price levels of 6,200 to 6,800. Because if we go back into the Bitcoin price right here, you can see that were actually the exact price levels where the whales have been dumping on us again, and also where they have accumulated before the price was going up again through the prices of 6,000. And if we take all of that into consideration, we know that this probably is a bullish accumulation on the Bitcoin blockchain of the whales. So we have not only this false signal here coming up, So we not only have this false signal here coming up for the Bitcoin price on the daily, the death cross, we also have this cross here coming up on the 111 and 128 day moving average. And also we have the massive whale accumulation, which you can see right here, and which we will show you later on once we get the new UTXO statistics, where you will probably also see it right here in that area. Because we can already bet with you guys that these kind of volumes here at 8,000, 8,200 are also going through the roof right now, because they are just scaling back in and they are just probably preparing to dump on us. So right now, of course, guys, in our opinion, the probability is again higher of us breaking to the upside. But as you remember right here, we were not opening a trade before the breakout. What we are doing right now is we are waiting for a potential breakout trade, because we can see the bear flag right here, and there are also some things pointing towards a breakout to the downside. So what we are doing right now is, and we will do a follow-up video on that, we will make a setup for a breakout trade, and then we can take advantage of the situation if the price is going to the downside or if the price is going to the upside. And as you know, we will do that most probably on Bybit again. We are not trading on BitMEX, because once that happens, there will be system overloads and there will be order submission errors on BitMEX, and on Bybit you can trade regardless how big the move actually is. So we will make a breakout trade probably within that range here on Bitcoin once the breakout comes. So a breakout trade probably once the price goes below the 7,700 area right here, or once it goes above, probably the highs we can see right here. So guys, let us know what you think about the potential huge breakout which is coming up for the Bitcoin price after the death cross here might happen, and also after this cross here might happen. And let us know what you think about the waves which are about to dump on us, most probably after, hopefully, the big pump, or after the big dump right here. Let us know what you think about that, guys. Let us know in the comment section down below. And if you like that video, make sure you smash up the like button. And also, if you want to take advantage of that huge opportunities, either to the downside or to the upside, we think the probability of going to the upside, even though we might dump one last time, are higher. If you want to take advantage of that, make sure you go into the pinned comment and you click that link here for Bybit. You can register within 24 seconds an account. You can deposit 0.2 Bitcoin and you will get $60 for free, and you can take advantage of that massive upcoming volatility on the Bitcoin price. We will see each other very soon on the MMCrypto channel, and as always, guys, as always, bye bye.